And because you've lost the connection, because it's a floating abstraction, you don't see the contradiction. Which is why throughout Atlas Shrugged, like there's in the beginning, so Atlas Shrugged is a fucking brilliant novel. But in the beginning, I'll give away part of it because you're probably not going to read it. One of the characters who up to that point has been a complete and total hero, like the best hero you could possibly imagine, suddenly turns into a worthless playboy. He's the richest man in the world with the most, who leads the most powerful company in the world, the greatest copper mining company in the world. And all of a sudden he goes from being the best business person in the world to being a complete worthless playboy who doesn't care at all about business and just throws parties for rich debutantes. And in the process, he says goodbye to the woman he loves and just says, I'm out of here. And she says, what are you doing? This goes against everything I know about you, everything that you stand for, everything that we stand for. And he says, let me give you a clue. By the nature of reality, contradictions cannot exist. If you ever find what appears to be a contradiction, check one of your premises. Check your premises. You will find that one of them is wrong. That summarizes Rand. If you talk to an objectivist, they'll say like 3 words. Check your premises. Check your premises, check your premises. Because what you end up with is you lose contact with your premises. You end up with floating abstractions which you then use as stolen concepts. And the idealists, right, this is Plato and Aristotle. Right? Do you start from reality and build up? Or do you start from consciousness and build down?
Right.
Wilber attempts to describe these as eros and agape. That the process of spiritual awakening is one of eros. It's recognizing that that which you thought you were is part of the illusion.
Right.
Is part of the illusion, until you get all the way back to the point where you've let go of all the illusions and you're in non-duality. Right? But you're not actually in non-duality. You're in the ultimate erotic state of realization, where you are not any of it.
Yeah. You're the not.
You are the not
that contains all the not-nots.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the non-duality is, wait a minute, if I'm not that, then the very concept of I is just another thought.
Yes. God, it's like fucking describes like...
Yes.
Down and up through all the different like ontology, and it was that fundamental thing. I'm God. Wait a minute. How come there's a this? I'm God. How come there's a this? And then you go, wait a minute. That thing that asks that question, that's what you gotta follow. The thing that recognizes is what you gotta follow. But it was unfindable as a content.
Right, because when you disqualify anything that exists,
yes,
you're left with this not, neti.
Yes.
Experience, right? You're basically taking all of it and taking it away. So you end up with this point where the I is a thought.
Yes.
Which leaves you with ultimate space, which means that you are not that.
Yes.
Right? The movement of eros is I'm not that, 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 I'm not that. I'm not that. Basically everything that I'm doing, I am that.
Uh-huh. Right.
Right? That's agape. That's the embrace.
Uh-huh.
The embrace, the embodiment. And we could say that you move up, you get a realization where you realize, I'm not that.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, I am that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not that.
Right.
And that cycle of eros and agape is the integration, it's the holism, it's the integral of integral theory. Rand, and where Rand has so in reaction to this, because this, again, Hegel supported his German dictator. Heidegger supported his German dictator. Sartre supported his socialist, right? There's so much that this can be used for anything, because once you decouple from reality, then who is the authority? Right? If your experience doesn't lead you, if that's not a valid form of guidance,
Yeah.
because it's all just bullshit.
Yeah.
Everything that you think is disqualified.
Right.
So how do you make decisions?
You invent them out of nothing.
Except
As if there's no criteria. As if you
who
could
are
do
you
that.
to invent them?
Right. I'm the possibility of possibility. I'm the context of context.
Wouldn't that be nice? In reality, you are not capable.
Right.
So we need a powerful leader who will be the context holder
Yes.
for everyone. Because otherwise we've got no shared reality.
Right.
Right? If reality is agreement,
Yes.
we need agreement.
Yes.
And if you're going to disagree, we might have to kill you.
Yeah.
And that has been the actual implementation of this philosophy. Rand saw that.
Yeah.
She
So
lived.
she just fucking
she lived through.
attacked it.
She lived through the Russian Revolution. She lived through the Communist Revolution. She watched her beloved St. Petersburg, where she lived. She watched it get taken over by the communists, and she watched it deteriorate. She watched the entire thing spoil, and then she got out. And fortunately, she got out before, before she was killed.
Right.
And she came to America. She came to America and said, "America is built on reality." America says, you are the one who chooses. Individual rights. You have the right to your life, to your liberty, and to pursue your happiness according to your own conscience.
Because you exist.
Because you exist. You are the moral agent. You are the one who decides. Independence. And she said it's the most beautiful accomplishment in human history. It is the recognition of reality. And it's been encoded into a government. It's the most beautiful thing in the planet. What the hell are you guys doing? America, wake up! Capitalism is you make your own choices. That's all capitalism is. You know, they call it a free market. All that means is you get to make your own choices. If you want to trade with somebody, you can.
Right.
Regulation says you can't make your own decisions. I need to say what you can buy and what you can't buy. Right? I need to say how much of your money you can keep. Right? You made your money, but that doesn't matter. We need to take... Well, the more of it you make, the more of it we take. Right? Why? Well, because these people are stupid and helpless. They can't make their own decisions. They can't live their own lives. We've got to take care of them. And Rand looked at that and said, no, you're losing it. You're going down this road of the government making decisions for people, which is fundamentally out of alignment with reality. You're denying people's integrity, right? So you've got identity. Consciousness identifies identity. Right?
Yes.
And what consciousness does it? Yours.
Yes.
And mine.
Right.
And yours.
And that's why we can make different identifications on the same facts. But the facts exist. Upon which we can...
Right. The thing is, to be clear, we could say that experience